Hello viewers, welcome to this beautiful Saturday, 1 p.m. Prime News. I am your host Ruth Rimo and sign language interpreter doing the voicing is Gideon Maina. On to our first news item. The Wiper Democratic Movement has stepped forward to fiercely defend its leader Kalonzo Musyoka following a series of aggressive public attacks from President William Ruto. The political friction escalated after President Ruto dismissed Musyoka as a pessimist with no standing to critique the government's development agenda. This was in response to Musyoka's questioning the viability of the president's ambitious national plans. In a statement released on Friday, the party claimed that Ruto's attack are the sign of a leader who is politically cornered. They argued the president is using Musyoka as a whipping boy to divert public attention from his administration failures.
Hiyo 40 years barabara bado ni vumbi. Unahitaji miaka ngapi ndio utengeneze barabara kwanza ya kwenda kwako? Waachana na hii ya Kenya. Hii ya Kenya ni complicated. Huwezi kujua ya kwenda kwako peke yake lini, how many years. Bado nangojea majibu, hajanijibu. Akinijibu nitajua vile ya kumwambia.
Nasema mahali netokako hakuna barabara. Nimekuwa kwa uongozi miaka 50 hata hajui kufanya hesabu. Na hiyo barabara ina link Ethiopia with Mombasa.
Unatakaje kuongoza Kenya kama akili ya kupanga barabara ya kwenda kwako hauna? Akili ya kupanga barabara hizi zote, sijui expressway, sijui hiyo ingine, atatoa wapi?
The High Court of Kenya has issued a temporary injunction against the recently signed health cooperation agreement between Kenya and the United States. The framework, which was formalized on December 4th, 2025, is now on hold following a judicial intervention. On Friday, Justice Chacha Mwita, sitting at the Mlimani High Court, granted conservatory orders that suspended the agreement in its entirety. This freeze remains in effect until a petition questioning the legality of the deal is fully heard and determined. The suspension follows a petition filed by Busia Senator Okiya Mutata, who has raised several critical objections to the deal. Parents and students are increasingly concerned over the delay in grade 10 placement following the inaugural grade 9 assessment. Although the Ministry of Education guaranteed a seamless automated process between December 15th and 19th, many are still waiting for results. Education CS Julius Migos previously stated that school placement and career pathways will be announced within a week of the KJSEA results release, a critical timeline for families preparing for the January start dates.
Namba mulituma tutume ya 22263 imeshindikana, hakuna kitu inaleta. Ukituma inakuletea message inakwambia dear learner, the requested information is unavailable. Sasa sijui tunafaa kutuma aje ndio ituletee, na ilhali shule zinafunguliwa 2 weeks to come na tunahitaji kujipanga.
We're going to use a digital system to be able to place these students immediately, and we are confident that by next week all our learners should be able to know which senior schools they have been placed, and they can actually check to confirm where they have been placed.
Any challenges that the students might come across, or the parents, any parent or learner who might feel they've been placed in the wrong pathway or in the wrong school and wish to transfer or change, that space is available for the next 2 weeks.
Placement of grade 10 learners who have just finished their Kajasea exam is underway. And from Friday this week, the 20th of December, learners will be able to know which schools they have been placed and which pathways they have been placed.
Tunataka kujipanga mambo ya school fees, uniform, transport, mahali mtoto ameitwa, at least upate mambo ya shule ikifika, mzazi amejipanga.
The High Court has ordered former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu and his wife, Susan Ndung'u, to surrender assets worth approximately 76.2 million Kenya shillings to the states. Justice Nixon Sifuna ruled that the couple failed to prove the legitimate origin of the 3 plots of land valued at over 32 million Kenya shillings, a caterpillar machine, and 2 vehicles. While the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, originally sought to recover 1.9 billion, the court only approved the seizure of items with unsatisfactory explanations. The judge declined to freeze the couple's bank account, citing a lack of clear evidence from the EACC. These rulings follows Waititu's February 2025 conviction in a separate corruption case where he was sentenced to 12 years in prison.
But by this judgment, found to be unexplained wealth, it is hereby ordered that they be forfeited to the Kenya government. And the properties in respect of which are found there to be sufficient explanation, it is hereby ordered that they are forthwith discharged, and the preservation orders earlier granted for their preservation are hereby vacated. So you've asked that properties be forfeited?
Yes, my lord.
The court has issued, has delivered its judgment and granted forfeiture on some assets, and it has declined forfeiture on the others.
Yes, my lord.
Yes. So if I was to grant your plea, is that not forfeiture through the back door?
The U.S. Homeland Security Secretary, Kristi Noem, officially suspended the green card lottery on Thursday. The decision comes in the wake of revelations that the primary suspect in the recent string of university shootings entered the country through this specific immigration channel. The suspension is tied to the case of Claudio Neves Valente, a 48-year-old Portuguese national currently in custody for a series of violent attacks. On December 13th, Valente allegedly opened fire on students during exams, resulting in 2 deaths and 9 injuries. 2 days later, he is accused of murdering a professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Secretary Noem confirmed via social media Neves Valente arrived in the US in 2017 under the Diversity Lottery Immigrant Visa Program, DV1, and was subsequently issued a green card. That is all we had prepared for you here at Science TV. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV. I have been your host, Ruth Warimo, and Sign Language Interpreting with the voicing is Gideon Minor. Enjoy your day and bye-bye.